Alright, AJ, wake up. It's time to go to school.
Yeah, it's time to go. Well, it's not really. We gotta do videos first. But whatever. So, okay, yeah, sprinkles. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we gotta find this elf. It's everything. Deal number 10.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. No. Better not rip that tag off just when I have that red thing on. That thing. It's a 2000. That's a regular sparkly star one. Your one is a Zoli ding. Zolis are special.
Zodiac.
Zodiac are special. 2000.
They got some Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Alright,
It was early too because whatever.
Alright.
Let's go now. Where is it? Is it in 3? It was there last time. No, it was already there. It was a pirate. Not with the snowman's in the tree. Whatever it is. Alright. Is it in the tree? Angel, did you steal it? Did you? Oh! Ah! She is in the stocking.
There she is. Good old Snowflake.
Yep, in the stocking. So, now we must go to our tent. Alright.
So here we are doing the advent calendar.
Yeah.
Sorry that elf on the shelf find was a little messy. We had Sissy running everywhere. Alright, so let's do our recap.
So, number 1 was 101 Dalmatians. Number 2 was Aladdin. Number 3 was Bambi. Number 4 was Beauty and the Beast. Number 5 was Brave. Number 6 was Toy Story. Number 7 was Cinderella. Cinderella. And number 8 was Minnie. And number 9 was... Where's number 9? Number 9 was Frozen. So, let's find number 10. La, 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 la.
So we don't know if these are in the same order in every book, but I had to mix up some of AJ's because he peaked a little, and so I mixed them up again.
Where is my this better be my favorite one.
Nemo!
Finding Nemo.
Nemo's a good one. I love Nemo.
I never saw Nemo before.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, but...
You've seen Nemo and Finding Dory, but it's been a while since you've seen...
Finding Dory was my first movie.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've seen Finding Nemo. Maybe we should watch it. All right, so tonight we will read Finding Nemo.
Oh my gosh, so good memories. I remember that guy. I remember him. The little fish guy that stains.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we'll read number 10 tonight, and we will see you guys later.
Please subscribe. Hey guys, welcome back to not our video. We are reading Finding Nemo.
Yeah, we're back to read it. It's night now, so
Night now.
let's get into book number 10, Finding Nemo.
You're just going to I love this.
Marlin was a clownfish who had lost his wife and eggs in a ruthless barracuda attack. Only one baby had survived, and he had a damaged fin. I promise I will never let anything happen to you, Nemo, Marlin said. Marlin wouldn't let Nemo out of his sight. But on his first day of school, Nemo was ready for adventure. Before they set off for school, Marlin asked sternly, "What's the one thing we have to remember about the ocean?" "It's not safe," Nemo sighed.
just like Finding Dory.
As they swam to school together, Marlin kept reminding Nemo to hold his fin. In class, Nemo made some new friends and they sneaked off together, daring each other to swim out into the open sea. Nemo was nervous and didn't venture very far, but it was way too far for Marlin, who was hovering nearby.
Just like your son going to school. Even though your wife pretty much died and all the babies are damaged, you still have one left that has a damaged fin.
You think you can do these things, but you just can't, Marlin shouted. Nemo wanted to prove his dad wrong. He swam to a boat and hit it with his fin. Suddenly, a diver appeared. Nemo screamed as he caught sight of his reflection in the diver's mask. In a flash, the diver had scooped Nemo up in a net. There was nothing Marlin could do to save his precious son. He raced to the surface as the diver's boat sped off. It went so quickly that a mask fell overboard.
Now I remember a little bit of this movie now.
Marlin rushed to a busy underwater road to get help. A blue tang named Dory told him that she had seen a boat. "Follow me," she said. However, Dory had a very bad memory. A minute later, she had forgotten why Marlin was following her. Confused, Marlin turned away, only to come face to face with a huge shark. His name was Bruce. He was trying to be a vegetarian. He wanted Dory and Marlin to meet his friends so they could prove their motto: fish are friends, not food. Dory thought it was a wonderful idea. A terrified Marlin did not.
So in Finding Dory, they find their parents Finding Dory, but in this one we gotta find Nemo.
Yeah. "It has been 3 weeks since my last fish," Bruce told his friends proudly. Always eager, Dory joined in. "I don't think I've ever eaten a fish." Just then, Marlin spotted the diver's mask. Dory wanted to show it to the sharks, but Marlin didn't. As they tussled, Dory bumped her nose, and it bled a little. It was too much for Bruce. He had gotten a sudden craving for a fish dinner. As Dory and Marlin raced to escape, an underwater minefield exploded.
Yeah. I remember that shark guy. I remember you, shark. Shark, I'm getting so much memories.
Meanwhile, Nemo found himself in a dentist fish tank in Sydney. A group of fish came out of hiding. Bubbles, Peach, Jax, Bloat, Deb, Gurgle, and Gil. Their leader was thrilled to meet a fish from the open sea. Nemo learned he was to be a present for the dentist's mean niece Darla. That night, Nemo was made an official member of the group. Then Gil revealed his plan to escape from the tank. Nemo would use a pebble to jam the filter that kept the tank clean. When the dentist took the fish out to clean it, they'd escape down the drain.
Yep.
Back in the ocean, Dory had dropped the mask into a deep trench. She suddenly remembered she could read. There was an address on the mask. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, said Dory. They escaped from an angler fish by trapping it inside the mask and set off to find Nemo. Marlin told Dory he was going to Sydney alone. Sorry, guys. A school of moonfish rushed over, angry with Marlin for upsetting Dory. The moonfish told Dory how to get to Sydney. Follow the East Australian current, they said together. Then they gave her a warning. When you come to a trench, swim through it, not over it. When they finally got to the trench, however, Marlin insisted that swimming over it would be much safer. Soon, they were surrounded by stinging jellyfish, but eventually they found a way through the stinging tentacles. Tired and hurt, they now needed some sleep. Sea turtles came to the rescue. The jellyfish stings had left the two fish in bad shape. "Taking on the jellies, awesome," said Crush, a surfer turtle. Marlin watched as Crush encouraged his children to be adventurous. He thought it taught them important lessons. Watching Crush's kids made Marlin wonder if he had been too protective of Nemo.
Yeah. I got some really rare bidding babies. Mommy, those tags.
Tales of Marlin's adventures were spreading far and wide. Nigel, a friendly pelican who knew the Tang Gang, heard the stories and rushed to tell Nemo the news. Nemo had always thought his dad was a bit of a scaredy fish. The thought that he was battling his way to Sydney filled the little fish with pride. Inspired by his dad's bravery, Nemo was determined to escape. He darted into the filter and jammed it. Everyone cheered. Very soon, the tank gang was swimming in slimy green water. The fish couldn't be happier. The dentist was going to have to clean the tank before Darla arrived.
Oh, I remember that. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so much good memories.
Back in the ocean, Marlin and Dory said goodbye to the turtles, but found themselves inside the mouth of a massive whale. It turned out the whale was only giving the two brave little fish a lift. They were soon squirted out of his blowhole right into Sydney Harbor. Nigel flew to their rescue as they landed on the dock. "Hop inside my mouth if you want to live," he whispered, hoping the seagulls hadn't noticed. He snatched them up, filled his beak with water, and took off. The hungry seagulls followed, but Nigel played a trick on them, and the seagulls flew right into a boat's sail.
Oh, that guy's bad.
Inside, the dentist had cleaned the tank water with a fancy new automated cleaner while the fish were still in the tank. The escape plan was ruined. Nemo was lifted out of the tank and plopped into a bag. Darla had arrived. Nemo had one last chance. He played dead, hoping that he would get flushed down the toilet and out into the ocean. Nigel arrived with Marlin and Dory and saw Nemo floating upside down in the plastic bag. The dentist shooed Nigel away, but in the commotion, he dropped Nemo and the bag burst open. Gil flipped himself onto the tray beside Nemo. Then he smacked his tail on a dental mirror, catapulting Nemo over Darla's waiting hands and into the spit tank. Nemo escaped down the drain. Wow, that's a lot of commotion.
Well, did he make it into the toilet?
Let's find out. Back in the harbor, Nigel dropped Dory and Marlin into the sea. Marlin thought that he had lost Nemo and swam away. But Nemo met Dory, and they swam after Marlin as fast as Nemo's little fins would let them. Marlin and Nemo were reunited at last. Marlin realized that even though Nemo was a little fish, he was capable of doing very big things.
Yeah.
The end.
So, in Finding Dory, there's why they re-keep this stuff. Not all of it, though. I thought it would be a really long movie. Might waste the movie. It recaps the Dory's parents. So I don't know if they recapped Dory's parents in this one, or they just added it to that too.
To Dory too. Yeah, they just put it in Dory, Finding Dory.
Oh.
So that was book number 10, guys, Finding Nemo.
Yep, and tomorrow we would do
book 11.
Yes, and we do not know what it is.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Check us out tomorrow for book number 11. Have a good night, guys.
I don't know if it's Moana.
Say good night.
Good night. Please subscribe again because we're going to connect these videos.
Yeah. Bye.